So you're thinking about relocating and moving to the Venice, Florida area. Well, you're going to want to know some of the changes that have been happening in 2023 because we are updating this video for 2024, talking about the latest updates Venice has been having, the proximity to beaches, proximity to grocery stores, where are the nearest major cities, shopping, restaurants, dining, talking about a little bit about where the schools are located and so much more. And I just really want to share with you when we jump into my computer and just talk to you about the overall Venice area and how to get around the city, especially if you're looking to make the move permanently to Venice, Florida. But before we jump in and start talking all about Venice, if you guys are looking to move to the Venice area, we have a dedicated buyer's relocation guide for Venice that talks about everything you need to know about the Venice, Florida area, 100% free for you guys to download. The link is in the description, along with our exclusive VIP email list for all of our people that want to buy new construction. We stay up to date on the new construction world. So if you guys are looking to buy new construction, you guys want the leg up among all these other buyers, definitely go and check that out. It's 100% free. And I promise you, it's not going to be spam because I hate those emails just like you guys. So I'm not going to do that same thing to you guys. So with all that being said, let's jump into my computer and let's start talking about Venice, Florida. So let's talk about Venice a little bit with you guys and talk a little bit about the overall location, the schools, things to do in Venice, proximity to Sarasota, shopping, dining, restaurants, access to the water, access to Northport, the distance to Tampa, the distance to Fort Myers. Basically just talk about what it's like to live in Venice. Now, we've done a lot of other videos about Venice, just talking about the overall area, talking about certain parts of Venice. So go and check those videos out. But I just want to give you guys a little bit more of a map tour of kind of what Venice is all about. Now, we did one for 2023. We're going to do one for 2024, give you guys an update of what's going on, so that you guys have a solid idea for when you're either looking to move to Venice, Sarasota, wherever that may be. You guys can get a better idea for what you're looking at. So as you guys can see here, we're already focused on Venice, right? But let me just zoom out so you guys get a good location of where Venice is. So if we just scroll out here, obviously we have the state of Florida. Now we're just going to keep scrolling in, and now we are on the west coast of Florida, southwest part of Florida. Keep scrolling in. Siesta Key is just north over here. We're just going to keep scrolling in over here just a little bit more, and Venice is right here. So this is technically all Venice right up in here. Now we have different parts like South Venice, Venice Gardens, Venice, this whole place. So this is Venice Island that we refer to it. It's known as Venice Island because technically it is an island. It is divided. It has two bridges, one north, one south for access points. Other than that, it is technically an island. So if we keep going through here, right? So let's just talk about the area in general. So downtown Venice is located on Venice Island right here. So this is cool. This is the historic part of downtown Venice. This is where you can go. There's an amazing ice cream place here. Now, I don't know why I just brought that up right now, but if you guys are craving ice cream, that is a fantastic place to go. It's handmade ice cream, local ice cream. It's absolutely fantastic. They have seasonal flavors as well. But the best part is that it's actually not too busy over in here, right? And I actually like that because see, you can park your car right up along the side here, right? I almost can always find parking here. If not, I have to park in a parking lot over here, which is not a big deal. You park, you can walk this whole entire strip, which has restaurants. You have your novelty shopping, you have clothing shopping. Now, it's no big box retailers. It's more local, support local businesses and so forth, right? So there's a lot of great breakfast places. There's fantastic ice cream, as I said, pizza places, Italian places. So there's a lot of different diversity in this area if you guys want to check that out too. So as you guys can see, we're walking down here, walking down downtown here, and I timed it from myself to walk right here all the way through this park, right? So you can walk through this park with these huge, gorgeous heritage trees. Follow this park. It takes you like 6 to 8 minutes to walk from there to here, and you're already at Venice Beach. That's one reason why I liked the historic part of downtown Venice, is for that reason. It's easy to find parking. You can walk to the beach if you don't want to park here. If you want to check out downtown first and then walk, perfectly cool. If you want to grab an ice cream and then go to the beach while you're walking, great too. Or you can just park here. Usually the parking lot is not too full as well, which I kind of like it. You also have basketball courts, tennis courts here. and pickleball courts as well. You'll see a lot of people using those, especially during the winter months when all the snowbirds come into town. But yeah, once again, we have Centennial Park over here. There is a lot of parks in Venice. As you guys can see, we're just scrolling through here. You have the Pocket Park at Nokomis Avenue. All this green area is technically quote unquote a park. You have Dr. Fred Elby Park right here. And the best part is that these parks are very well maintained. Like every corner, you have Ponce de Leon Park, you have another park over here, a bigger park. This is a nice park to go walk through. You can check out some flowers, some trees. You know, if you just want a good walk in, this is a nice area. But overall, this whole area is very walkable, right? Now, you can buy real estate over here. It is going to be a little bit more expensive. There's no new construction unless you want to buy a custom home. Basically, buy a home, an older home, tear it down, and then you rebuild. You buy a house for $4, $5, $6, $700,000, tear it down, rebuild for a multi-million-dollar house. So that is an option. As you guys can see, that's what people are doing over here. They tear down a house to rebuild. But once again, there's no new construction communities, no HOAs, like big master planned HOAs. That's what I'm getting at. So that's Venice Island. You also have the high school over here. So while we're talking here, let's talk about schools. So we have Venice High School right here. So the only downside to getting on and off Venice Island is during school time, which early in the morning and later in the afternoon, 2:30, 3:30, somewhere around there. These roads can get fairly congested because, you know, you got kids leaving, you got parents picking up kids from school. So it can be very busy. Plus you have Macintosh School over here as well. And so it gets very busy at times, right? So I would keep that in mind you are looking to go here, when you're moving here, is that yes, we do have traffic in Sarasota. Yes, we have traffic in Venice, but there are certain times of day that have a little bit more traffic than most, right? So if we just type in, now that we know high schools, let's just type in the middle schools, right? So if we type in middle schools, we're going to scroll out here. So as you guys can see, we have Venice Middle School right here. So this area obviously can get congested just like any other school area. And then you have more private schools over here, charter schools as well, academies to look at as well. So there's different options for kids of all ages. Now there is only one high school right there. But let's type in elementary school where you have the most amount of options, I would say. Now there's only certain public schools, right? So you have Venice Elementary over here. So once again, you have Venice High School, Venice Elementary School right here. And then as we keep scrolling here, Garden Elementary School. Now, some of these schools are going to be private. Taylor Ranch Elementary School, and some of them are going to be college prep, like over here, which this is the Welland Park College Prep school that's just, it broke ground, it's completed, everything like that. So there's a lot of schools here, a lot of different options for your kids. Now, Sarasota County, you're in Sarasota County. Sarasota County, according to niche.com, is an A-rated school district system. It's not my personal opinion. That is just what school ratings are giving these schools here in Sarasota County. Actually, Sarasota County has been voted the number one county for schools in the entire state of Florida. So that is something to be said over here as well. Then you have Laurel Nokomis School over here if you're a little bit north. Now, once again, it's all just going to depend on where you live as well. So it's important to know because there's different districts and so forth, just like any other city. So now that we talked about schools, let's dive into, let's just say grocery stores, because that's a major thing. So we have our biggest grocery store is Publix. So you have several different options when it comes to having a Publix around, right? So whether you live more on the southern east side over by Welland Park area, you're gonna have a Publix in the West Villages area. You're gonna have a Publix down here as well. You're only gonna Publixes are they're usually 10 minutes away from any given location, right? And that's important to know because a lot of people don't want to be far away from a grocery store because if you're like me, I forget some stuff when I'm cooking and have to go back to the store, right? So the benefit is that there's Publix everywhere. Yes, I will say, now if you guys have been to a Publix, you'll say, yes, Publix prices are a little bit more inflated than other places. I would agree with you on that. Obviously, you know, some things are a good deal at Publix, but I will say not everything is a good deal. You could probably get the same exact product cheaper at Walmart or Target, wherever that may be. But Publix is always great for convenience. And we have Detweilers. So there's several Detweilers here in Sarasota County, as you guys can see, a lot of Detweilers, but there's one here in Venice. By far the best place if you want fresh produce, fresh fish, fresh meat. It's great. It's a great place, very affordable prices, not crazy at all. Actually, a lot of the stuff is cheaper than, Publix, Walmart, and Target, and it's fresher because it's coming from the state of Florida and local farmers as well. So that's a great place. And then you will have Target. So now this is not the biggest Target, right? It's not a full-blown Target. You have a bigger Target up by University over there, but this is a great Target to go to if you have needs for something, right? If you're going to be about 20 minutes away from this Target. If you're way over here, if you're over here 5-10 minutes away. And now let's go to Walmart's. So now everyone has a love-hate relationship with Walmart. I get it. We all do, especially here in the South. But Walmart, we can't argue Walmart prices. Walmart prices are pretty good when it comes to it. So it's right across from Target, right across from Home Depot. So you have Target, Home Depot, Publix, and Walmart. So you basically can get all your shopping done and home improvement needs done all in one 2-minute drive from one another, right? So that's important to do as well. Once again, you don't have to drive everywhere to go to Home Depot, Target, Publix, wherever that may be, and then you can go to Walmart as a last resort, maybe if you need to. But now that we talked a little bit about grocery stores, like I said, grocery stores are very prevalent, especially the Publixes here. Let's just overall talk about beaches now, right? So when you live in Venice, there's several different beaches you're going to go to. One, you obviously have Venice Beach, like we already talked about prior. Then you have Casperson Beach. Casperson Beach is fantastic. It's known for the shark's teeth there. And then we also will have Brohard Paw Park. So if you have a dog, it's fantastic because we bring our dogs there as well. It's a cute little place. It's a beach where dogs can run off leash. Now I'll just scroll through some photos so you guys can see here what it kind of looks like, right? So here's kind of the park, here's kind of the beach area, kind of what it looks like, right? So dogs are playing, dogs are having fun. It is sectioned off for dogs in certain areas, so just be aware of that. But once again, if your dog is well trained, it's a fantastic place for them to run and enjoy the beach. So then you also have the Venice Fishing Pier right off of Venice Beach, which it's pretty cool. Once again, I guess we can click on some photos, share with you guys kind of what that looks like, right? Very nice pier, fantastic. It's great just to go there for the evening sunsets. You can go there in the morning if you want, so forth. So now let's look at some other beach options, right? So we talked about Casperson Beach, Venice Beach, the Brohard Paw Park for your furry little friends. Now let's go up to some other ones. So we have Nokomis Public Beach, which this beach is probably the beach that I go to the most. Even though I live up in Sarasota, I go over here because the beach is nice. There's not a lot of people here. Now, granted, I should say during certain times of the year, but it is the least busy beach, even though it is a busy beach, but it is the least busy beach in my opinion, is Nokomis Beach over here. It's nice because you can go here, walk down to the North Jetty. If you guys love fishing, you guys can go catch sheep's head, those little zebra-looking fish. They're absolutely fun to catch. They're easy to catch. You can catch snook, you can catch pompano, you can catch all these different inshore fish, right? So it's cool because it's super deep here. This is where all the fish run through. There's a current that goes through there, obviously, for all the boats that come through in and out of this area. And then if you guys want to go, obviously, to the famed Siesta Key Beach, it's great to go there for a novelty thing, but when you're a resident, you don't really go to Siesta Key Beach much just because it's more of a touristy area. But over here, it is going to be about, say, a 35-minute drive from Venice over to Siesta Key, just depending on the time of year. Once again, public beach parking, so you don't have to worry about paying for parking. There's a big parking lot. Now, there is different points, I should say, right? So there's different access points. Like you guys can see beach access 11 right here. Now, these spots, they're fantastic because if you can get a spot, you're only going to be one of 4 or 5 cars in that area. But other than that, it could be very hard to find a parking spot in those little access points. You're best off just parking in the large public beach parking as well. Now, it does have tennis courts, pickleball courts, and so forth for you guys to play. But once again, Siesta Key Beach, fantastic beach to go to. It is going to be about 35 minutes away. If you guys want to head south, you guys can go to Blind Pass Beach, go to Minnesota Key Beach, which has been known to be the mini Siesta Key Beach as well. It's not as busy, but it does have limited parking, so I will warn you on that. Parking can be a little bit harder. Then you have Boca Grande, which is south of here. It's probably the furthest drive out of all these beaches that we've talked about so far. It's a gorgeous place. It's more of a day trip for you to go to. It's a gorgeous place to at least check out. Those are mainly the beaches that you're going to be going to. Now, there are, of course, other beaches like Lido Key, Longboat Key over here, Anna Maria, Bean Point Beach over here, Holmes Beach as well. But if you live in Venice, you're not going to probably go up to Anna Maria that much just because of the drive and the traffic and so forth. You're going to mainly stick around to this local area as well. So now let's talk about proximity to things, right? So when you live in Venice, let's say you want to focus on you want to go to UTC Mall for everything, right? So let's just put in Venice here so you guys can see, so you guys know that I'm not lying, because some of you guys have said that my times are a little bit off, but I drive these pretty much every week. So let's look here: University Town Center, UTC Mall. So obviously this is in the morning hours during rush hour traffic, so this is not usually red at this time all throughout the day, but it is just because it is rush hour right now. But as like I said, it is going to be about 35 minutes. Currently, it's going to probably be about 30 minutes for you to get from Venice to UTC Mall. If you guys don't know what UTC Mall is, let's just click on it so you guys can see. So UTC Mall is a two-story mall with all the big box retailers. It's a super cool mall, very modern, very nice to go to, especially during the nighttime. They have it all lit up, so it's really cool. It's a nice mall with a lot of good restaurants, a lot of great shopping. So there's that. And that's mainly, I would say, the biggest shopping area that we have. Yes, we have smaller shopping, like say off of Clark Road. We have other shops over in Venice as well, but it's not the big box retailers that you're going to see over here. Now, you can go to Venice, or another option, depending on where you want to go. Now, I'm just saying this: Dick's Sporting Goods in. Is it going to come up? Damn you, let's see. Right here. So if you want to go to, like, say, a Dick's Sporting Goods, right? You don't have to go 35 minutes up there, up to UTC Mall. If you want to go to a Dick's Sporting Goods, there's a Dick's Sporting Goods over here in Northport. Now, Northport is not very, it's not as put together as, say, like UTC Mall, right? Because there's not a lot of big box retailers here. You have Ulta, Dick's, you have Hobby Lobby, you have Lowe's, you have Home Depot, and a lot of these other places, right? But this is pretty much all the shopping you're going to get in Northport. But once again, it is only, say, 20 minutes away by the time you get going. Depending on where you live, once again, times are going to change. Otherwise, you guys can go just a little bit further east, go to the Port Charlotte Town Center Mall. Not as big as the UTC Mall, not as active as the UTC Mall, but it does have a lot of the big box stores like American Eagle, Hollister, Spencer's, Yankee Candle, JCPenney, DSW Shoes, all these bigger names that you are more familiar with. Right now, there's smaller ones wrapped around it as well. So there is different shopping to look at when you live in Venice as well. So if you guys want to know a little bit more information on the Venice area, we do have a dedicated buyer's relocation guide for the Venice area. So go and click that link down in the description down below. And if you guys want us to make any other videos about certain parts of Venice, certain parts of Sarasota, Nokomis, Osprey, Northport, just let me know. I'd be more than happy to create any kind of videos. Even if you guys want a custom video dedicated to what you're specifically looking for, I can give you a walkthrough tour as well. So just let me know. Reach out to me if you guys want more information on that or more videos. I'd love to make more videos for you guys. But remember, if you guys are looking to move here and you guys want new construction, we have a dedicated VIP email list. Go and join that, 100% free. It just keeps you updated on the local area for new construction. And I promise you, it's not going to be spam. I'm not going to be doing that because I would not want that done to myself either. So I just want to get to know you guys a little bit better for what you guys are looking for. And then I will only send you necessary information for your particular search. So with all that being said, I appreciate you guys checking out this video, and we will catch you guys all next week.